I'm Dr. Scott Conard, and the PHAs have asked me to chat for you for a moment about stress. Now, I'm a family doctor. I've been in practice for many years, and I've seen the effect stress can have on many of my patients. It's also interesting, I've seen the effect that no stress can have, or very little stress can have on my patients. And there truly is a balance between too much stress and not enough stress. You can almost think of stress like a wave. And can you imagine at the beach where you want to surf and the water's perfectly flat? It's not going to be a very fun day. But on the other hand, when you've got 100-foot waves, it's not going to be a very good day either. So the way that stress works for us is that at not enough stress, we're really disorganized, things aren't followed, our body gets kind of sloppy, if you will, with the sleep patterns and other things. But then there's an optimal amount of stress on the body where you get higher performance, and that you can actually get more done, you sleep better, sleep more organized, an example, just one of many, and so life is good. But then when you get too much stress, you start going back downhill. And with too much stress, you get burnout, and then you get anxiety, depression, and other conditions. So the real question in your life is, am I at not enough stress, just the right amount of stress, or too much stress? And there are several things that I'd say you can look for. If you're irritable, you're probably doing too much stress. If you're finding yourself distracted or you can't concentrate well, or if it ever gets to the point where you're not dealing well with other people, you're not able to function on your job, you're not able to sleep at night, you don't have energy or motivation to get up and get things done, then that's a person who usually has been with too much stress too long. And it could actually be anxiety or depression. So it's important when you start to get symptoms that interfere with your activities of daily living to make sure you get professional help, whether that's with your employee assistance program, EAP, a counselor. Your primary care doctor may be able to help you or refer you to good resources also. And sometimes at your corporation there may have a telehealth option, which a lot of people love, because you don't have to go get in a car, drive somewhere, sit in a waiting room, that whole routine. So make sure you check it out and see what's going on. Now, what can you do about stress? Well, first of all, the thing to realize is that when you feel stress, your body produces hormones called adrenaline and noradrenaline, and that makes your cortisol level go up, a bunch of complicated stuff. But at the end of the day, if you breathe long, slow, deep breaths, you'll actually within 3 minutes decrease those stress hormones by up to 80%. So the first thing to do when you feel really stressed out is just sit back and take 3 or 4 deep breaths. In fact, some people will breathe into the count of 4, hold it to the count of 4, breathe out to the count of 4, and hold it to the count of 4. And if you do 4 of those 4-second in, hold it 4 seconds, exhale 4 seconds, and hold it 4 seconds, you'll find that you feel very different. Secondly, is the best medicine for the human body is exercise. So 20 minutes of getting out and walking briskly or jogging or swimming or riding your bike will burn off a lot of that stress and anxiety, and it's fantastic for your body. Thirdly is caffeine, which you get from soft drinks, coffee, teas, and other products can be it can really exacerbate or make stress worse. So I try to avoid caffeine after 4 o'clock in the afternoon particularly. Maybe have 1 cup of coffee, or if you have to, 1 Diet Coke. But avoid things like the products that are like the energy drinks or things to really get you hyped up. You may feel better for a minute, but then you'll crash and you'll actually be worse off after you've taken them in. Refined carbohydrates like sugary products, things that have flour and sugar in them, also can give you kind of an artificial high and then wash out. And really at the end of the day, when you have too much stress for too long, you're burning out the brain transmitters in your mind, and it can start to look like a person's depressed or they have an anxiety problem, but really all they have is too much stress for too long. So slowing down, calming down, exercising regularly, eating healthy food, and getting enough sleep at night. You want to make sure to try to get between 7 and 9 hours every night. And if you can't fall asleep, that's often because of anxiety. And if you wake up early in the morning, like 4 o'clock, and you're wide awake, that's often a sign that you're getting depressed. So watch for the sleep patterns and how those change, because they can be an important indicator of a problem. And finally, make sure that if you are having problems, that you talk to a professional, and maybe before you go or after you go, do guided meditation or guided relaxation, which there are a lot of great apps. One great one that people love is called Calm. The one I use is called Insight Timer. So you can turn that on. They have, really nice people with really nice voices that say, let's listen to my voice. You go through even 2 or 3 minutes of something like that, maybe as long as 10 or 15 minutes, but it doesn't have to be an hour or something ridiculous like that. And it will make a big difference in how you feel. So remember, you have a lot of power over stress in your life, and you can choose things to reduce the negative effect of stress. Don't think stress is only bad or only good. It's actually a continuum where not enough stress is not going to lead to productivity. Too much stress reduces productivity, but the right amount of stress for where you are in your life right now will help you function and live the best life possible.